out what they are. So I feel like you guys broke YouTube last year as probably the most prominent company to come out of CES. What's new at Realbotics this year?
Number one, we have David over here, our new, as he's called them, our new...
Okay, that's a bit creepy. Now, I could see this being useful in like in a museum, right? This would be really cool if you put it in like, instead of having the wax museum type stuff, make a robotic animatronic version of like all the fucking presidents or whatever. It doesn't even have to be president. It could be anyone in your historical, the American Psychobot. Yeah. But I know this would be fantastic though for like an upgraded version of like Disney animatronics.
Smug robot.
He's got a little bit of an expression on his face. It's like a little bit of like
that looks creepy as fuck.
Superiority.
The fact that
that smile is so bad. Why would you program this and think this was a good idea?
Evokes some emotion in you, I think is a good thing.
Yes. You were talking about AI vision. Could you tell me about how that's baked in this year?
Our robots are a little more autonomous. So the AI takes the information it sees, what it's observing, and makes decisions based.
I would rather have a robot that kind of looked like this versus the first.
On that.
So it's basically trained on a number of human behaviors to be able to sort of interpret and see.
It can recognize human emotions. I'm not sure there's any other company in the world that has tied in hardware.
Okay, well, someone's going to use this for a they want to marry their robot kind of deal. Which is probably where they're going with it for that. What do these people know about human emotion? I mean, most humans now, at this point probably aren't very good with human emotions. If we were good, we wouldn't have people on Facebook, and we wouldn't have TikTok trends at all.
To being able to recognize human emotions. Our robots have the motorized wheel platform, more efficiency, but number two, we're the only guys that have...
I mean, this one kind of feels like she had a stroke. I feel bad saying that, but it kind of looks like it.
Humanoid robots that plug into the wall. So if you are an enterprise client, you don't necessarily...
Yeah, knowing that these styles are probably like fucking 25 grand. He kind of feels like he's like, I need to sell this. It's not ready, but shit, we got to do it. We're here already. We got to do it. I don't know. I think it would be eventually good. Like, it's a good like first step for, museums is what I think it'd be great for.
Care about the walking. What you care about is a robot that will work for you all day, all week. You can see here, she follows me, and you can see she's much more fluid than the one we had last year. This will be across all of our robots here next year. They'll be able to talk and recognize you. They'll be able to, read. They'll be able to see colors, and again, recognize emotion. We did this, sometimes you go to a fashion show, they have like the craziest outfits, and it's really just to get attention. We wanted to show a little bit of creativity and something sci-fi related to demonstrate that we make robots that look like this, but we can make them look like anything.
Sure.
One of the things that makes us unique is you can customize the appearance, voice, and personality of your robot.
Yeah. Okay. So it sounds like they're aiming towards potentially companion type robots. That's not ideal. Well, okay, so here's the problem though. And yeah, this sounds like an awful idea, right? But oh yeah, this feels like Five Nights at Freddy. Actually, there's a YouTuber who tricked a robot that they got to like test out to be able to shoot a BB gun at them, which it shouldn't be able to do, but they figured out how to trick it to be able to do that, which means it could be tricked to hold a real weapon.
Through us. Again, nobody else is doing that kind of stuff.
So this company, Even Realities, is making a lot of noise right now. They make lightweight AR glasses. Let's check them out. Oh, I see it. I do see the screen.
Okay, now this is good.
So every sentence in the conversation has been transcribed in real time.
Wow. Yeah, and I'm...
Okay, that's actually really good for not just like regular transcription. We're talking about like live real-time translation transcription. That's actually really good if you're really a huge traveler, because then you can potentially look at any fucking sign on the planet, like while you're driving or just anywhere, and it'll automatically translate it live to you. That actually would be pretty useful. Yeah, that'd be great.
I'm also seeing the date, the time, the weather outside, health metrics. So
Yes,
this is a certain
just-
widget
just
or
like
screen.
this. For example, for
Interesting.
translation, let me just put it into Chinese.
I do like the fact that the glasses are starting to get smaller and smaller. Subtitle, yeah. The contacts would be interesting. The biggest problem with the contacts is how do you power them correctly? The power is the big thing. Like, do they have like some sort of like, do they use like the electrical signals in your brain? I'm not sure how that would work with and you're on your eye. Now, glasses, though, all you need to do with glasses is you just need to make them smaller and smaller and less likely to explode on your head. I don't know if I saw the Vetto one where he was playing Cyberpunk. I know he played Cyberpunk with Neuro for quite a few hours during the stream, but I haven't seen the clips for that, which, I mean, kind of makes sense. That may not be something that's easy to watch for reaction type content.
To English.
Okay, this is about to blow my mind if this works. This is going to be incredible.
可以听到我说话吗?
Can you hear me speaking?
Exactly.
Wow,
See, that's actually very useful, right? So if you can have these glasses on and you're actually talking to anyone and you don't fucking know the language, very, very useful for Americans who refuse to learn any other languages. This is meant for Americans who just never ever bother to learn shit. All our countries do the same thing, but still.
It's amazing. Can you try it again? Say something else.
你今天过得好吗?
How are you doing today?
Exactly.
Wow, that is.
Okay, so I guess the other thing is if it's programmed, like, what if he said like pick 18 random things like around the forum floor? Like, there's a chance that it was not recorded, but like pre-trained on those phrases. I want to see how it acts in like a real life scenario, like a TV show, for instance. Oh, this would be fantastic for watching anime and then seeing, oh, wow, all the translations are messed up. They're saying totally different things.
It's really cool.
So first of all, it's a very good pair of glasses. Then it's a very good pair of smart glasses. It's very, very light. It's
I like
only
the band.
36
The band's super
grams.
smart.
They have projector here. Yeah, and
It's not smart. It's super thin.
It's projecting from here onto the screen.
yeah, and also
Ah,
here
that's
we
pretty
have
cool.
two microphones as well. Frame. It's made of magnesium. And this temple made of titanium, very flexible and very tough here.
Yep.
So this is a touchpad to collect the function that you want to go with. And in that way, we bring the ring as well. It gives you like easy and discrete control.
Okay.
And the price for the glass itself is $599 US. And for the
That's actually not a horrible price. As far as like a lot of these type of smart glasses and things come out, their prices are prohibitively expensive. Hey, how's it going, Richard? For the most part, though, $600 for this is not expensive overall. Could you make it cheaper? Sure. Should you? First iterations, 600 is not bad. Perfect example would be the battery ring. Yeah. When you know, remember when I guess it was the original iPod, right? So I'm not sure. Some of you probably are maybe too young for that. Okay, so when the original iPod came out, the one with the screen, when the original one with the screen came out, right? There was another version from a company called Sharper Image, which is still kind of a company. And they made a version that was basically a 200 gigabyte drive brick. It was a music brick. No. This thing was twice the size, maybe 3 times the size of the original music brick. It held, at the time, it was unheard of, but it held like, I think it was like 1 million songs, and it had, was able to play video, but it was $700 in 2002. So price wise, it's all pretty relative to what it used to be.
The ring, if you want to buy the ring, it's $249 US.
Okay.
So actually very
So
close
together
to
you're
just a
looking at
normal
800.
piece, normal pair of prescription glasses. Yeah, pretty
Yeah.
close. Yeah. So tell me about the anti-gravity A1.
It's the world's
that's
first
interesting. Another
360
drone.
And the package comes with the goggle and also the grip controller. Together with the 360 footage, it provides a very immersive flying experience, which is very different from the traditional drone. It gives you a feeling that you are actually flying in the sky yourself.
Do you need a license for this?
That's interesting. This could be actually a lot of fun for a lot of drones, for drone enthusiasts. Like, especially for like the people that love to get like the over the the sky kind of 4K ultra 8K videos and then throw them up on YouTube.
Device?
No, it's under 250 grams, so it's basically available everywhere.
Some
and
can
the
be
retail
loud,
price
yeah.
starting from 1,600 and all the way to 2,000.
That's pretty pricey. I mean, because of the AR headset you're looking, that does make sense. I mean, what a lot of people do is they just do an overlay of sound, don't they? So, for instance, they don't necessarily, like, you just mute, you don't have any, like, actual sound playing through your drone. You just overlay the sound later.
A little pricier than other drones.
Yeah, but
Definitely-
we have a goggle.
definitely close to
usually
2,000.
goggle charge a lot, so and also you can use the goggle itself as a VR goggle.
Okay, okay. I was a little skeptical whether this would
Whoa.
work for a blind guy, but it does seem like it does work. Okay, we're about to take off.
That thing looks fucking stupid for the headset, though.
Yeah, so you can see 360, totally useful for reframing.
I mean, camera-wise, excellent camera.
You just got to get this drone anywhere near what you want to film, and then you're able to reframe. I'm really digging the one-handed control. It seems way easier than the...
Do you know who's going to buy this? Insurance adjusters. You know, for a fucking fact, the amount of people that are going to buy this, the core group are going to be people looking at the roofs of people and canceling their insurance. Woo, science.
other version. We're back at
Your
X-Reel.
roof has a pebble on it. Insurance canceled.
Company announced a couple new AR glasses releases this year, but what I'm most excited about is some of the new functionality that they're baking into these new frames. So here to talk about those and try it out.
Ooh, maybe they can help fix my double vision. Oh, that'd be interesting. I wonder if they have like glasses that are really good with double vision tech. There hasn't been a lot of people that have been really looking into that because it's a really small. Hey, how's it going? It's a really small
So
like
the
niche of
X-Reel
people who have
1S
this
is
problem.
really exciting. We just announced it 2 days ago, and here's what it is. It's a mid-gen refresh of our X-Reel 1 that came out a full year ago. But here's what we're doing. We go from 1080p to 1200p. We go from a 50-degree field of view to a 52-degree field of view.
Okay, well that's not a huge
All
difference,
those
but
specs
okay.
go up, and then the price goes down.
We're able to take your
Well, that's nice. If you can drop the price while also improving specs, that's a bonus.
desktop, your Instagram feed.
Yeah,
By
that
the
might
time
be a
it
little bit
leaves
of
the
the-
computer and works its way through the glasses, it's now being
ceiling.
viewed by you in full 3D stereoscopic format.
That's crazy. I'm playing Forza right now, and that's way more 3D. It feels like you're
So like I played the original like screen, not like this one, but the original ones were in it. They was using like 640 by 480 back in 2005 or whatever, and they weren't just awful. They gave you a headache just putting the things on. They were so bad. Yeah, it's basically like the Virtual Boy. At least the newer version is way better.
inside the cockpit of the vehicle. I want you to see how embarrassing I am at this game here. Yeah. Ooh! I would say that it's subtle. It doesn't bang you over the head. It's not cartoonish. And how about the Asus ROG X-Reel R1? So that's what I got right here.
Right here. This is the world's first 240 hertz refresh AR glasses. What this does is we take
That'd
the
be
best of
interesting.
what ROG does and then marry it with the best of what X-Reel does. Big, rich cinematics, lightweight AR glasses. We can
I wonder if it has like inserts for people who have shit vision. For instance, my prescription's -10 and -11 in the other eye. So, like, I mean, the vast majority of people don't necessarily have that horrible vision. A lot of people max out like at -6.
combine those two superpowers, and it's the ROG
why you
X-Reel
don't want me
R1.
driving.
Our new 1S, available now. Our ROG X-Reel glasses coming soon, Q2. We are focused on what we can bring to customers right now. So that's $450 or $449.
Okay.
We've not yet announced the price and availability for R1, but
The other one's gonna be at least 800.
that is a premium gaming setup.
I see a mysterious cloth. Can you tell me anything about that we got here?
Secrets, no. Teases, yes. We're working on it right now with our partners at Google and Qualcomm.
You know
that's
what?
gonna be an
I think I'm gonna
interesting
get I'm gonna get a sneak peek
Don't
right
do
now.
it. Don't do it. Get out of there.
I can see the AI. I see the AI in here. So what do we got here? What's Omni?
So this is a wearable ChatGPT. It's like a ChatGPT, but on your neck.
Doesn't this remind you of remember the human AI pin thing?
You put it on your neck once in the morning, and it will summarize your entire day. It will create action items for you and memories. Let's say you forgot something. Let's say you need to walk a dog. It will remind you of that. People.
I mean, this could in theory be useful specifically for people who have memory problems, but other than that, this one seems like a gimmick.
People use it. 300,000 users total. That's kind of it.
Is it listening all the time, or do you have to trigger it?
It listens all the time. You can press a button to ask it a question, but it will listen the entire time.
This could be a problem depending on the state you're in, because there's a lot of states where you can't actually just auto-record everything. And this is probably true for a lot of countries, too. You can't just necessarily record everything around you 24/7. Now, it could also be the fact that you can't just necessarily use it in court, necessarily. That might be part of it. I don't know. This one's an interestingly bad idea in a lot of ways. This would be great if you're already... So, for instance, if you're starting at the very, first stages of like dementia or something like this, or let's say you just have memory problems in general, I could see this being useful, because if it reminds you in the morning of everything you forgot, think of it like 50 First Dates, right? If it's something like that and you have like some sort of like traumatic brain injury, this would actually be very useful for that, right? But for just everyday normal stuff, I think it'd make a lot of people dumber.
To me about how this is different than a device like a Plod or a humane AI pin.
All right. The only thing that makes sense is it maybe connects to the network faster.
How's this different?
Firstly, it's open source. Plot is closed source. You don't know where your data is actually stored. And the second one is this apps marketplace. So we have 2,000 different apps, and you can do whatever you want with them. You can like send Slack events, or you can like create GitHub issues if you're a developer.
Okay, well, that's already better than human AI just in general. But the open source thing's helpful for a lot of reasons, so you can actually make sure it's not like straight up stealing your shit. But that only works if you understand how code works. So there's huge limitations on that, and you can hide a lot of stuff even in open source stuff. Having said that, it's less likely you're going to have a problem, right? I would still say this is mostly a gimmick, except for the few instances where it will actually help someone who actually has memory problems or some sort of brain injury or something like that. Because then it's actually potential.
And many, many more.
So the transcripts that are collected by the Omni are then seamlessly sent to these apps.
Yes. But only with your authorization. So you can install app means you authorize to share your data with them.
So as for the robots, there were a lot of them at CES this year. Not one or two, but like a bunch of them. And Neo is no longer even remotely like... And what's interesting is Neo, even though it has its own problems, they already have an order for 20,000 of those things to be put into factories on the floor to learn right off the bat, as well as in home healthcare, which is where I thought it was going to go in the first place. Yeah, this is going to be useful for...
We're in Boston Dynamics.
So, obviously Boston Dynamics has a level above everyone, right? But I don't... Oh, you missed the beginning. We watched the Razer AI Ava thing, and that was a very interesting conversation. I think it could be useful in certain ways, and we can talk about that later. You can just watch the video, which I'll probably put on YouTube.
At CES 2026, checking out a product that is absolutely blowing up right now online.
My name is Mario Bellini, and I lead the Atlas product management team at Boston Dynamics. So Atlas is our flagship.
Boston Boston Dynamics is always a step above everyone for the most part. Not everyone, but they're top tier when it comes to anything robotics.
Chip humanoid robot, and we have been working in the lab the last couple of years to productize Atlas using all of the latest AI techniques and deliver the robot that you see here today. For the last couple of years, AI techniques have improved enough that we can start to do manipulation, have the robot touch the world, move objects around, understand the world the same way that people do.
Well, you like Boston Dynamics up until you realize that a good 20% of their stuff is guaranteed military. And you can still like that. It's just you got to keep in mind that in order for them to be funded for their other fun shit, a lot of their shit does end up in weapons technology.
Can you talk to me about some of the limitations? Because I found them particularly impressive in terms of how much this thing can lift, what conditions it can work in, because we're already at some really impressive stats.
Yeah, so Atlas can lift up to 110 pounds instantaneously and closer to 70 kind of continuously. So we designed this to...
So, I mean, right off the bat, 70 pounds is what you're required to in, UPS, right, for instance. But the bigger reason is you can put these things in any sort of Amazon warehouse and it won't fucking get killed. Do you know how many people have died in Amazon warehouses doing stupid shit like this? Or just randomly walking around with boxes and shit? There is a lot of people who have died in Amazon-related warehouse deaths. But, this is like a perfect example. Putting these things in warehouses. Sure, you're going to delete a massive chunk of the actual workforce across the planet, but, it is what it is.
Handle the dull, dirty, dangerous tasks, the things that are really backbreaking for people to do. It can operate for 4 hours on its battery life, swap its own battery so it can work continuously.
That's a big
Atlas
bonus.
can operate in the rain. It's IP67. It can also handle -20°C to 40°C. Atlas has these joints that can spin all the way around. And so we're inspired by the human form, but not limited by it.
How do you see these units coexisting with human beings in the future?
So we're not trying to make a robot person. We're trying to make this
See, that's what I like about Boston Dynamics here is they're like, we're trying to create an alternate worker that has no actual, personality. Okay? That's it. There's no personalities for these things. They're just going to do basic tasks over and over and over again. You're not going to put AI into them to where they actually learn past a certain point. You're going to program their shit together, to stuff they're going to do, which is way better. I mean, look, so for instance, that's 20C outside, though, right? Not inside a building. You're putting these things in buildings.
cool, that's relatable, that's understandable, and the choice of the head.
I love how you guys are having a random
whimsical and
Pokemon
inviting.
conversation.
It's actually a
in the middle of
modular
this.
head with the sensors and computer on board. So we've learned from the autonomous vehicle industry about how you can really reliably detect people and hazards around the robot, and the robot has that built in.
So this is the ThinkPad Rollable XD concept.
Why does Lenovo have to be at CES?
It may look similar to what we saw last year, but it was actually completely
that's interesting.
redesigned, something completely
I don't know
new.
if I'd buy
so
this,
basically,
but
you
what?
just pause right here for a second, swipe left, and you can see that the monitor rolls up. Same thing in reverse. So you can see this expands from 13.3 inches.
Well, that's weird. Yeah, I was like, what the fuck? Because I don't see, maybe it's coming from the base there, and maybe the screen is like an actual rolling screen. But wouldn't it make more sense to have it expand outwards? A lot of people would not necessarily like it to go up, but outwards. Because that would be really cool, right? I don't know. I guess it depends. If you're programming, though, I would actually have it want to extend upwards versus outwards.
Inches all the way up to the 16 inches that we see right now.
So the base we saw on the laptop this year was actually from another model. And the idea is to have a modular add-on that users can choose to add on to any laptop of their choosing at a really affordable price.
So we saw the leaks that you...
I mean, the upsize Lenovo's are generally fairly inexpensive. So this actually is a useful thing that you could actually have. Yeah, the more tech you add to something, example, remember all the technology they put in a bunch of refrigerators? I will never buy a Samsung refrigerator because the amount of things that continuously go wrong with those is ridiculous because they have like 1,000 fucking components. I will never buy a Samsung dishwasher ever again or a refrigerator ever again from them. I love the basic dishwashers that last an eternity. I have broken more dishwashers than anything else. What else is there? I do have a smarter refrigerator, but it's a Whirlpool one. And the only thing that broke on it inside was the light, and that's easy enough to fix. The problem is a lot of those light bars are $200. I stuck magnets like in the fridge, and then now I just have the rechargeable lights that I just grab. It was a $20 fix, and I didn't have to call anyone out to fix it. Totally probably voided the warranty. Yeah, so internet in a fridge, like the only thing that makes sense is if you use it as a a calendar system for your entire family and you didn't feel like doing anything else. The only thing I thought was useful for that was the calendar system, right? Because that would be pretty cool because everyone goes to the fridge all the time. So that's going to be the one place that, everyone will see all the updates for the entire day for the family, especially if you have a super busy family. Like, for instance, my family, when I was in high school, everyone had different sports events at different times, and it was so impossible to keep track of everything. Whereas if you can just update it from your phone, from your list, and it updates the entire family, that's worth it. But other than that, putting the fucking YouTube on the fridge, putting apps on the fridge, putting other things on the fridge, a Cybernews calendar is crazy. It's why. Might as well just turn around and go look at the TV 20 feet away.
But now we're here with the new Legion Pro rollable proof of concept. Basically, it expands from...
See, this one. This is what I think would be useful. If you expand it the other way.
16 inches to 21.5 inches.
Okay, I can see people buying this one. I can absolutely see people buying this one.
All the way up to almost 24 inches wide for a better gaming experience.
Oh, yeah. See... This one I would absolutely buy if I could, because then you can fit in a regular backpack and you don't have to have some crazy fucking huge backpack for a 24-inch screen. It's a proof of concept so far, so it's not out yet, and it may not come out. But if they can actually make it, which obviously they fucking can, then... This one is absolutely
Just a
worth it.
heads up, durability-wise, the company says the rollable is good for up to 25,000 roll cycles.
Oh, damn, that's so low. Oh, no. 25,000. Because by the way, is a roll cycle, is it a full cycle? So, for instance, one out, one in, is that 2? Or is that 1? Because if it's 1 out, 1 in, you would 25,000 might be enough. Because most people upgrade their laptop every 2 to 3 years, right? So let's say we'll say an average is 3 years for the majority of people when they upgrade a laptop. When you upgrade to the newest version, it can be up to 5 years, but for laptops, you're still looking at 3 years in most cases. 25,000 rolls would easily cover 3 years. In most cases. Like, even if you did it 5 times a day, you would never even come close to 25,000. So that's where 25,000 sounds low, but it actually is probably fine. It also depends on the price, though. If this thing's $3,000, even though it's Lenovo, I mean, you're not going to want to upgrade this necessarily every 3 years. You might want to try and extend it to 5 years or 7 years. And then you're going to run out of... And you're assuming it makes it to 25,000.
Again, just a proof of concept at this point.
So behind me is a company that's gone totally viral because of its robots' crazy fighting moves. Let's check out Engine AI.
This year we bought the 2 model. One is a PM.
Well, obviously these guys watched a bunch of those damn robot movies that have fighting competitions, like the Underground Robot Fighting Competition. Yeah.
And this guy is 1.38 meter tall, with 24 degrees of freedom, and the total weight is 40 kilo. So this guy can do very flexible movement. This show is the money keep rolling.
Oh, okay, all right.
In China, people using the robots for shopping mall guided tour, for reception, answer the question.
That's interesting. I was expecting them him to be like, "Oh yeah, they're already having massive underground fight rings," I'd be like, "Hell yeah, let's watch some of those videos."
Because when you manage in 5,000 different stores, when you have employees, it's hard to train them when you have a new product. And also, robots is very attractive for the customer.
I know we could watch it, actually. I can add it to the list. I know what it is. I've seen like a crossover mini thing, I think, but I haven't seen the actual series.
Of course.
Each of the store, they have a robots, more customer they want to come.
I also saw it doing some other moves. Can we see some of the combinations and other stuff too? Yeah.
I mean, that's definitely a lot smoother than I thought it would be. And sure, it's probably programmed in, but the reality is 5 years ago, they're nowhere close to this level.
He needs to put a little weight on that back foot. He's getting a little tippy.
Yeah. Whoa.
He's getting a little bit tippy. Yeah. I like the little Iron Man circle in the middle.
That is a touch screen.
Oh, it's a touch screen.
Yeah,
Really?
it's a touch screen.
Okay.
People can program differently.
Huh, interesting. I mean, the fact that it's not just falling over and shit right off the bat. Remember, 25 years ago, we were barely using anything from a tech standpoint. Within the last 150 years total, we have gone ridiculous levels of technology up from the last 1200 to 2000. Well, okay, probably 10,000 years actually.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah. That's pretty good. All right.
I mean, this is like night and day better from last year.
We have seen a lot of footage of new humanoid robots fighting, and we wanted to see for ourselves with one of the most high-profile companies in the business right now, Unitree and their G1 humanoid robot. So I'm going to try to get in there and see what it's like to fight these things myself. So Unitree has been going absolutely viral. Your stuff is everywhere. What's new this year? What are you?
I mean, yeah. I mean, the amount of people. I guess I missed something. There was another streamer who like lost their shit on Neuro in the last couple of days. I'm busy with other projects in the house and stuff right now, so I always get distracted and then I miss a ton of shit. So I guess there's some crazy random drama in the background where another streamer lost their fucking shit. There's been a few. Okay. So I know of Jinxie, and even then they weren't really. It wasn't that they were super against it. It was that like they were super surprised. But when I was watching their video, I didn't see them like as being like super pissed off, like really pissed off, unless they came out with another video after the fact. Their viewers were, oh yes, I've heard of the Lacey incident because apparently that expanded and got even worse. I don't know who the last person is, but for the Big Boy R6 streamers. Rainbow Six? Okay. I assume it's Rainbow Six? Or are these like Roblox? Imagine if they're big Roblox streamers.
You demoing.
So this year at CES, we're not only bringing the kickboxing robots, but also some dance moves and kung fu moves.
So I'm guessing a lot of streamers who are freaking out about is the fact that they're losing potential top streamer positions. I don't know why people give a fuck about losing top positions. Because if you're at that point, you are making easily $100,000 a month, just in subscriptions, at minimum. Who the fuck cares? Yeah, okay. So the problem with chat hoppers is it's the same concept of when your favorite streamer gets mad or annoyed at something, you have a ton of people that will go to war for that fucking person for no reason. Oh. Yeah, I mean, have you seen my Discord? My Discord is me filled with me spelling shit wrong. God forbid you go look at my YouTube comments where I comment to you guys and 8 of the words are misspelled or in one giant fucking, like, connected sentence. You're still better than me, so don't worry about it.
So this year, they're learning a lot of moves from people who like to kickboxing moves. They're actually learning from professional fighters. You want to give it a shot?
Let's do it.
Let's go.
Let's embarrass myself in front of 100 people here. Let's do it. That's hard. It's hard. They're actually like tough.
Interesting.
One.
I like the other company better. Now, this is being interesting because if it learns to train, right? This would be an interesting way for it to train. But, like, if someone, like, punched full out, you break the shit out of these things right now, right? Whereas the last robots that we saw that were actually doing the fighting moves, I don't know, that one actually might be able to actually hold its own in an actual ring. And even if it couldn't, it's way further than these things.
2, 3, he's out.
I bet you these
totally
things
out.
will cost like 20 grand, whereas the other ones are like 100 grand.
I was not expecting it. I was expecting it to be this silly little plasticky.
It felt like when I was watching you fight it felt like you were fighting silly little plastic shit.
Like child's fight, and it was kind of scary. What happens if somebody builds an army of these things? Tensor, the world's first.
I'm actually very interested in Tensor. I've known about this one for a while, and this is the ones you can actually buy for yourself. But the problem is, I think they're about 200 grand. The fact is, their doors open like not gull wing doors, but like they both open at the same time. So it's very interesting. This one I'm very interested in because I would rather buy a Tensor versus a Waymo or the not robotaxi, the Cybercab. Now, the only upside of the Cybercab is apparently you can rent it out to, like, I don't like Elon necessarily as a person, but it's not going to stop me from buying his car necessarily. So, for instance, the Cybercab is great because you can rent it out to the network, and apparently it makes upwards of $2,000 to $3,000 a month for your house, which is crazy.
Personal robocar. Basically, it's the first robotaxi that the consumer themselves.
This one actually doesn't look like shit either.
Selves own. Personal robocar, what does that mean?
Level 4, fully autonomous.
So yeah, here's the thing about this car. This car right off the bat is automatically level 4. Technically Tesla is level 2.5, almost at level 3, but it's still not there. Waymo is technically level 3 to 3.5. There's only one level 4 I know of already, and it's a version of like the Mercedes-Benz, and it's only available in Europe. It's not available to ship to the US. You can't ship it anywhere else. It's only currently available in Europe, which is fine, sure. But for whatever reason, it's just not available here. Why does Tesla suck? There's a bunch of reasons Tesla sucks, but that's all for other reason. But if you're talking about why does Tesla suck as driving their cars, it's because they can't get to level 4 necessarily without LiDAR. And for the longest time, they refused to touch LiDAR. So that's the problem. This one obviously has LiDAR, but it also has AI built into it, so it's doing both. Now, the way Tesla understands it is they want to know, what system automatically takes over. Does the AI system take over, or does the LiDAR system take over? And would they be responsible if the other one fails? The problem with Tesla, though, is it's always in more accents because there's more of them out there. That's as simple as that. Waymo, for instance, all of a sudden you start hearing about getting into problems once it expanded into 4 new cities. Obviously, there's going to be more problems because there's another 2,000 cars out on the road, and they're adding their new van.
Hands off, eyes off, car that you can personally
this
own.
car has no fucking steering wheel.
And because it's a personal vehicle, there's a lot more engineering that we had to put into the car, so it could be self-cleaning.
Oh yeah. So the biggest problem with Tesla is they're on the precipice of 3, right? Their new AI. My dad owns the newest version of the Tesla. And that thing definitely drives better than I do on any given day. The current version is way better in general than the average driver. Now, I'm a shit driver, so in reality, using me as an example is kind of a bad idea. But on average, it's still better at its current level. But that's only with the last maybe 5 updates. Maybe 6, because it stopped crashing into emergency vehicles. But yeah, I mean, there's still a problem with all automated vehicles, and there will be for the next 10 years. But I can easily see in 20 years it being all fixed. And you're just going to require a bunch of problems up until that point. But there's no point in stopping. Might as well keep going. Who got kidnapped in a DoorDash ad? Wait, what? All right, I need to know more about that.
Self-maintaining. All of those sensors have to stay clean.
This thing has a lot of
functioning.
sensors.
So here I'm in level 3.
You're in level.
Oh, so it does have a steering wheel. Okay, so it must be hidden. So level 3 though, the fact that it starts off automatically level 3 is good.
3 or below.
Okay.
And if you wanted to go to level 4,
level 4, it automatically is.
And the yoke
all by itself.
disappears.
It does.
And I enter the future. It's trippy.
Stupid.
It's all very smooth and quiet. Oh, that's the camera. Oh,
yeah,
wow.
So you can hide it if you want privacy.
And is it specifically for like video conferencing? That's
it
a
can
functionality?
be video. Yes, absolutely. Well,
See, this is where I think it'd actually be pretty useful for like cities, right? And I was watching the Internet Historian video, and I could absolutely see a ton of people living outside of the city centers and just going to work, or getting totally fucking wasted after you're done with the bar and not actually smash into anything. Wait. What did I miss? He was leaving the house or something. Okay, we'll have to talk about that later because I have no idea what the fuck you're talking about.
ours has 5G. So
Wow. Yeah. Okay. 5G, video conferencing.
We have 11 radar. We have.
I would never trust Neuro driving my car. I'm sorry. Well, let me rephrase that. I wouldn't trust Neuro as she currently is driving my car. Maybe having her drive a car of my most hated enemy. Sure.
37 cameras. So
I like how the doors
cameras
open
everywhere. We have 8 NVIDIA Thor chips in the car.
Oh, damn. Okay, well, the fact that they're running NVIDIA chips is something. All right, well, I already believe Tensor is going to be a better car just in general from a processing power standpoint for, reaction time than any other car currently out there. But the problem is the price. I know this car currently is over 200 grand.
For 8,000 TOPS of processing power. Imagine waking up in the morning and going, oh, my car just texted me. We have to leave 30 minutes early because the traffic conditions are
Okay, that'd be interesting.
so bad. I better get moving.
So it sounds like this integrates pretty seamlessly with like your calendar, your to-do.
Like I'd put a bed in the back seat and just go to sleep and then wake up and be like, yes, I'm at work. Didn't have to do shit.
List. So how does it work?
Yes, it's permission-based.
The other thing I want to mention that's really cool is that they actually
ads. Yeah, I'm sorry about that.
have screens where the lights are that can project messages to pedestrians on the street. So for example, if you're at a light and you want people to know that it's okay to walk behind you, it'll show like the safe to walk pedestrian sign on the actual screen.
Yeah, okay, the problem with that though is most people are too fucking stupid to understand what the hell is on a car. They're not going to pay attention to these things.
For the lights in the back.
Pebble is back on the scene with 2 products that are absolutely blowing up right now online. The Index 01, which is the cheapest smart ring on the market, and the Round 2, which is an e-ink display round watch.
This is our update on the original Pebble Time round that we came out with in 2015. So this...
I'm not really a watch person, so this is going to be a pass for me on this one. But it's pretty interesting that it's using e-ink technology. So it's going to be lighter on your eyes.
This is V2, and you can see how different they look. First of all, the screen now takes up the entire front face of the watch. So it's the number one thing that we kind of had questions about. Second is that the battery life is now 2 weeks.
Oh, that's pretty good, actually.
With the screen on, always.
And that screen right there, is that e-ink as well?
It's an e-paper screen, so it's a color e-paper screen. The big thing
it's basically a watch version of the Kindle Color.
About this is that it doesn't try to be too much. Like many of the other smartwatches out there, I love them, but they just try to do
E-ink's really nice just for the fact that, it's way better in your eyes. It works. And I do like the concept of this and the fact that they're just not trying to do a ton of shit. Like, they're just trying to be a fucking watch.
Everything that your phone does. That's not about Pebble. Pebble's about showing you notifications, showing you time, letting you control your music, showing cool watch faces. There's a few apps for it. And the price, it's $199 for this.
Yeah, that's a great price. That's a fantastic price. I would spend $200 on that, no problem.
This $225.
I still wouldn't wear a watch, but I'd still buy one.
Index 01
just to have it in my office, maybe. But I think a lot of people would actually like that.
I'll have you. What's that? That's a new idea. So I have this problem.
Yeah. Like I had the Samsung Watch for a while, but it was just too much shit. And I'm like, I just keep grabbing my phone anyway. So for me, it was a non-starter, but that's just because I'm just not a watch person.
I get ideas during the day, or I remember things, and if I don't write them down that second,
I heard there were some
I'll just
charge
forget.
issues with
Does this
that.
ever happen to you?
Of course, all the time.
Exactly. So I find that I'm always taking out my phone. That's the whole product. It records it, it sends it to your phone, and you have this feed we call the index of all the things that you've remembered. It's perfect for setting reminders, setting alarms.
See, I would never buy the Ring because... Oh, should we get you a watch? No, I would never buy any of the rings because the rings to me are annoying. And I don't even wear my wedding ring. unless I have to. I will wear it if I have to. I have a necklace with my wedding ring on it. I do not like the feeling of rings. Part of it was due to when I was working as a carpet cleaner. If I caught my ring on anything, it could in theory rip my fucking finger off. Ooh, an e-ink eye patch. Now that would be interesting. Where I could just keep changing the fucking image on it. That would be cool. I would love that. Your watch is having a stroke. I'm sorry. I would give you medical care, but I live in the U.S. and that would probably bankrupt me.
Arms. I always like asking people, like, hey, what book have you read recently, or what book do you like?
I just recently went through a couple Daniel Woodrell books, like the author of Winter's Bone and Woe to Live On. Those are my most recent. Yeah.
So I would,
Oh my gosh, yeah. The Scouter. You know what would be really funny is if you try to patent it and it turns out the fucking creators at DBZ patented it already, so you can't do it. They're like, no, too close to the Scouter.
It's not your fault, but I would probably not have remembered that. There's just all these things happening, but now I've got a memory there, and it's going to add it to my book list to check out. So it's $75. The big thing.
Okay, that's fine. If that ring is $75, right? As far as smart rings go, that is a decent, great price for what it's offering.
The thing about this is that the battery life lasts for years. You never have to charge it. So it has memory here in case your phone's not in range, but if your phone's in range, it sends it to your phone as well.
So this is Magitique, a company that can make any pair of glasses smart glasses.
Oh, this
so
would be
what is
interesting.
Magitique?
Right here. This is the entire device. It tracks your eyesight.
Too bad it looks so fucking stupid.
Right now, he's currently watching a basketball game just by looking at a specific player.
I don't know if you can do it with any. Would it have to be like clear? I don't know. Maybe this actually could work in theory with an eye patch because people wouldn't necessarily notice it right off the bat. I don't know. It looks stupid, but it's unfortunate.
It's able to tell you the player's name, the stats, all the information that you want to find out about them. That information is customizable. So let's say I only want to say players' names. That's what's going to show up. There's an AI software in here that you're communicating with. We're actually also working on glasses where you could see the information on the glasses. But for the time being, this is the device, and you communicate with it.
The way it works, you said it's compatible with any number of different companies.
Any smart device.
Any smart device. Yes. What exactly is in that?
So there is a microphone, there is a camera. Again, you're communicating with it. So the camera is looking at what you're looking at, and it's also they're tracking your eyesight. And the microphone is so that you can communicate back and forth.
Okay, so this is an audio-based one. All right, so this one doesn't show anything on screen, so then no matter, obviously, you could put this sounds like another version of that stupid ChatGPT necklace thing, right? But like a camera version of it versus just an audio version. Too bad it looks so dumb.
Now, obviously, other companies like Meta have glasses with the functionality baked into it. What's your sales pitch for why this is a better?
I love how their fucking their cardboard whatever cutout thing is like falling apart in the background.
Solution.
All our technology is patented, so whatever we specifically do, no one out there can do. Without.
Well, I mean, there's a lot of ways around a patent. and technically, even if a bigger company does do it, these guys have to be able to have the funds to sue them to make any sort of headway. So patents are not exactly the only thing. Well, it's It's not the best way to be like, no one else can touch it.
Talking smack about other companies, but this is all protected. This is just so you can have a home, so you can understand more, so you could search up whatever that you want to learn about it within the comforts of just your eyewear.
So last year, Roborock introduced the Saros Z70, which made a ton of waves because it was that little robot with the arm that could pick up socks. This year, they're
I mean, I would buy it. It looks like this one can climb stairs this year.
Introducing the Saros Rover, a robot with legs that can navigate stairs.
There are some robot models out there that exist from other brands that can climb stairs, but this is the first ever that can actually clean as it goes.
Well, that's actually a bonus. See, a lot of them can actually climb the stairs. That is true, but none of them have been able to clean the stairs either. I don't have carpet on my stairs, and if there's one thing I would recommend as a next carpet cleaner, never fucking put carpet on your stairs. I don't care where else you put it. Do not put it on your stairs, and for the love of God, do not put it in your bathroom around your fucking tub. I don't care. Anywhere else. And maybe not hallways, but fuck. Fuck stairs for carpets. And the amount of mold we have cleaned up from idiots who put carpet in their damn bathroom.
How does this thing actually work?
There's sensors and AI that's built into the technology, and that's what allows it to actually detect that it's running into the stairs, and then it can detect the height of the stairs and the width and everything. So it's really, really smart technology that's built into all of our robots.
And is this a wet clean or a carpet clean or both?
It's a vacuum cleaner for...
There are a lot of people who have bathroom carpet. It is awful. It is disgusting. And it's not even just like the worst part of the fact that the carpet is around the tub. Because a lot of people are like, oh, if I get out of the tub, I can step on soft carpet and it'll just dry lightly. No, what happens is it eventually molds the pads underneath it. Even if you have the waterproof pads, they are not 100% waterproof. And then the other problem is people put carpet not just on the floor around the tub. They put it up the side of the wall of the tub and then around the outside of the tub itself a lot of times. Idiots.
Now, I believe it should also mop, but for now, it can definitely vacuum for now, and that's what we're showcasing today. Essentially, we just want to make life easier for everyone, and obviously, if that we can combine the most tech as possible, we definitely would consider pursuing that. Obviously, it's a working model, and that's what we wanted to showcase today. It will be available for the mass
great center
market in
gravity
the year,
there, so it's not going to.
What's the battery life?
Again, I think that's something that's going to be perfected over time. Sure. It should have comparable battery life as our other robots.
This is LG's Clone.
I like how they didn't say how much the battery life is. So it's probably got like a 20-minute battery life.
Robot assistant. It's getting a lot of hype right now. We just saw a demo.
See, this one's going to be interesting. I can see this one taking out Neo because this is actually potentially far more useful than Neo. Although Neo can walk downstairs, so I don't know.
In which Cloyd interacted with a host.
This one doesn't seem like it can do the stair thing.
Open up a refrigerator, get a drink, all different implications.
You would potentially have to have 2 or 1 for every floor.
For what LG is calling a zero labor home.
Welcome to Science Fiction Future begins today. We are showing our Cloyd robot here, which actually is thinking for itself. I'm kind of forgetful sometimes.
So like the problem with this is like, for instance, a lot of people don't have all their shit on one floor. Now, to be fair, a lot of people do, but a lot of people have everything on multiple floors. Like my washer and dryer's on my 2nd floor. When I lived in Arizona, my washer and dryer was on the 1st floor. My bedroom was on the 3rd floor. So...
times, and at night it's very important that the windows are locked up and that my temperature is set properly and my doors are locked, and Cloyd would take care of that for me automatically.
Okay, well look, if I'm gonna be buying a automated robot for the house, all of my doors are already gonna be smart doors. What? I'd obviously have automated doors at that point. Why the fuck would I buy a $20,000 robot but now have an automated door system? That's a stupid line of thinking.
So we have our AI, which we call affectionate intelligence. So all of our appliances will be talking to Cloyd, and with Think Q on, it's going to be talking to third.
So their robots can be like, sorry, all of our other appliances are broken and they just keep bitching at me all day, so I just unplugged them all.
Party sensors, so we have that whole home protection, as you were talking about, the whole home scanning.
So what makes the Limex Tron series really interesting is that it's multimodal. If you look at the legs, you see that it has interchangeable wheels or feet.
This could be I think this one would be useful for like deliveries. It looks like it can connect to other versions of itself, so maybe
got
that's
tracks
what it
on
is.
top for a sensor kit or an arm. Essentially, it's a blank slate.
It looks like a fucking those walker things from I was gonna say Star Trek, from Star Wars. I haven't seen Star Wars in forever, so I don't remember all the names of all the things, but it totally looks like somebody's seen Star Wars.
Late for the customer.
And this is Tron 1, the world's first multimodal bipedal robot. And here we can say,
yes, that's what it is.
The perfect balance capability, no matter how you push robot, still keep balance. And it's multimodal, so you can just quickly change the foot ends from the solid foot to the wheel mode. So it means that one single robot with 3 different foot ends. And this robot,
it can climb stairs. That's actually a pretty bonus. So I could absolutely see this being useful for deliveries of some kind if it can connect to something. In countries where people don't just automatically steal robots off the street. Remember Hitchbot? Hitchbot made it across multiple different fucking countries, no problem. It lasted like 4 hours in the US.
can be used for like security check and pet
People are
training,
just assholes.
and also as a really perfect research platform.
I see a company representative over there who's actually controlling this demo right now. Is that how this robot is going to work in the future, or will this thing operate autonomously? How is this thing actually controlled?
For now, we use the remote controller to control it move, and in the near future, it can be possible, it can...
So obviously, not autonomous for this one. This one's cool for a little fun like side thing, but this one's not very useful as of right now.
Autonomous mode. It's open API, so you can just customize your own solutions. You can install robot arm. This is one solution, and another two is voice kit. And voice kit, install voice kit, you can just interact with this robot and can integrate with large language model.
This one's gonna fail. Unfortunately, I think this is gonna be one of the ones that fails. I don't know. This is a very specific use case. I mean, it could be. So there's a lot of the casinos in my area use the super high end robots that are like the security drone robot things, and they just basically they not walk around, they roll around. You know, those security rolling robots. But more specifically, the restaurants inside them actually use the robots for delivering food to every table. So I think that's pretty interesting.
There's like ChatGPT or
like
Google
huge,
Gemini
huge
to make robots think smarter, can give you a quick response. And also we have a sensor kit. Sensor kit means that there are some accessories like a LiDAR camera and can
like if you can make it a little bit bigger and make it so you can deliver food to people, like in town or whatever, like a small restaurant could be delivering food, and no one attacks these things, right? Like it gets to the point where people are just used to them and they just ignore them, right? I could see them being useful, but I don't think this company is going to last long enough.
To autonomy navigation.
This is Project Motoko.
Or better yet, do you know where this would be actually very useful potentially? Inside of a building, like a skyscraper, that has to deliver items between floors. I could see that being very useful. It's small enough to where it would work fine and could easily deliver things between floors. Although you could just have a Boston Dynamics robot move a mail cart around too. So
there's only 2 of these in the world. It's a new product from Razer. It is America's first AI-enabled headphones.
Oh, that's interesting. I thought they only had Ava, but I guess
I'm
not.
working out, when I'm cooking, when I'm at the airport.
Oh, there's Project Ava in the back corner there.
I always have a headset on. So we feel like it's just going to really naturally enhance a lot of people's already everyday life.
Okay, but the problem with the over-the-ear headsets is they get hot. If you're going to have a headset on 24/7, they're just going to keep getting fucking hot.
This obviously provides over-the-ear privacy and a little bit better audio experience. We have so far been able to achieve over 30 hours of battery life.
30 hours is great, but a lot of other headphones can hit that same
I'm going to
level.
send you a picture of some of the ingredients that I have. Can you let me know what I'm able to make?
All right, I see you've got some really nice ingredients here. With these, you can easily make a delicious pasta dish.
Now, I would never use this. This would be stupid. I think this one's actually stupid. I would never wear headphones and ask it to make take a picture of what I'm looking at and tell me to make fucking dinner with it. I don't understand what the point of this would be for. Bitchbot. That's probably the first robot we watched at the very beginning.
You could do a garlicky bacon and tomato pasta with sautéed greens.
And you say this also has the potential to capture video as well.
Yes, absolutely.
And is this recording and listening all the time, or are you triggering it when you want it to listen?
Great question, either or. So you can either have them always on, always listening, if you're gaming or working out, or you can have them off completely.
You're the
I don't know. I think this one is stupid.
the only product that I've seen combine these things, a listening device with the camera. I don't think anybody else is doing that.
They have.
This is definitely something that's more, just like Ava, this is going to be very niche to very specific types of people. Yeah, you mean, well, okay, so the thing is, maybe it could be useful for someone who has no use of their hands, right? So this is where it could be useful for certain like applications, but it's going to still be niche no matter what.
So Razor's at the forefront. We're really excited, and we just feel like the universal compatibility, the universal form factor, it's going to be a game changer.
Where other robotics companies are focused on things like strength.
It's not 9:30, it's 8:25.
And agility, Sharpa is focused on dexterity and precision of movement.
At CES, we revealed our full-body robot for the first time. It's called North, and it's been dealing cards, assembling a windmill, taking Polaroid photos.
So this is a little too slow, I think, to be moderately useful for anything. I could see this working in maybe precision factory setting, for instance, of some kind. I could absolutely see that. Maybe not quite ultra precision yet, but I could see that because the big thing is you can have it run 24/7. It's not going to sue you. There's not going to be workers' rights in most cases.
And playing ping pong, obviously. We're watching
it could
our
be as always
full-body
better.
robot, North.
It is still complicated, but the reality is, it doesn't matter if it is a lot of the stuff in here, it is working. But yeah, a lot of it isn't. But that's also CES. CES is generally 2 years ahead of any commercial product.
Assembling a windmill. For a robot to accomplish autonomously, it's very, very hard. It's using different types of material. We have paper, we have plastic. Those materials, they have different rigidity. So, you instinctively adjust your grasp depending on whether the material is deformable or rigid. It has to do the same, and that's where the sense of touch and the tactile sensors that we have in the fingertip really matter.
For instance, if they keep working on this and they actually have the money to keep pushing this, what about 5 years from now? Will it be 7 times faster? It could be. It could easily be way faster. It could actually be at the point where it can actually be at a casino and dealing cards and actually, as a casino, basically blackjack dealer, right? But for now, it's, first level stuff.
Some objects that it has to manipulate are small. Other are long and thin.
Go to the
and
shell
again,
entrance.
it needs to adapt how it...
What was the other thing? The one with the AI child, right? And then that one guy who was like the who got framed for murder, and he was technically a robot. Yeah, it could be. Eventually, we're gonna get to that point, and it's probably gonna be a lot quicker than people think.
Position his finger to be able to properly interact with those objects. So that's a third level of difficulty. So this booth actually is the one that attracts the most robot expert, because they know how difficult it is to accomplish this task.
Okay, behind me is a super cool product. It's a haptic glove that lets you physically feel objects in VR.
Okay, see, this is interesting. Oh, never mind. It looks so fucking stupid. That thing looks heavy. I mean, it'd be cool to feel objects in VR. Like, for instance, I could see Vettel get buying this thing, right? But, like, look how annoying that thing would be to wear.
I just pressed a button that caused like a nozzle to shoot out, it looks like steam. Oh my goodness, wow. It's giving you temperature sensitivity.
Oh, that's interesting. Okay, so it looks really stupid, right? But this could be useful in like design, right? I could see this being useful in design. I think it's currently not there yet.
Wow,
but
and you
is
can
interesting.
actually feel it in the palm of the hand and in the fingertips. You can actually feel a cool sensation.
The touch diver is a glove that lets you feel and touch and grasp virtual objects during an extended reality application. You can grasp the object and feel this object in terms of stiffness of.
Because what it does is it increases pressure across the finger, or it uses like air to adjust it. That's pretty interesting. I think this is going to be obviously very dependent on what you would use this for, but in most cases, I think it's still enough.
The object. So the contact force that you apply on it when you grasp it, you feel it on your fingers, and then you feel the rigidity of the object, but also the material, and also the temperature of this object.
It is neat. It is really neat. I think it's still going to be very limited on what it's useful for, though. Like, obviously, you can't use this while playing games or anything, because unless they're directly in VR, but even then, you're still going to have some problems with that. Have you seen the new haptic like T-shirt thing? That was pretty interesting. So it's not just a vest.
Going to trigger the red one.
Go on the fire.
Wow, so now we have an open flame on the red one.
So it's got a heater built in.
Wow, you can actually feel the heat. Yeah, and it's like hot. It's uncomfortable. It's actually uncomfortable. Wow, that's crazy. All right. Okay, so I just put it up to the screw. Yep. Wow, and you feel a little bit of feedback in the finger as the screws are getting drilled here. This is the one that feels the roughest so far. The technology, everything else feels so rad. And even this is incredible. Wow.
Like, that could be useful VR and fire.
You're getting a little cool sense.
By the way, at some point, if you guys want, I can buy the new Omni treadmill, which is that $3,000 treadmill or whatever, and you can watch me fucking fail at playing Skyrim. It'll be once a way for me to lose weight.
Sensation from the stone.
Yeah.
Wow, that's interesting.
Then there is the white one.
Yeah, and this one says crushed rock. So I'm guessing this one should be a little bit more like jagged, a little bit rougher. Yeah, let's see.
Yes, I could see it being useful for doctors, but I wouldn't say this would be useful, because for a lot of doctors, you're going to need ultra precision, and you won't need haptic for that necessarily. At some point, though, they're probably just going to have AI surgeries, which will be far more precise, but I don't know if that's actually going to be problematic, because then you will have doctors that have no experience. Because if something goes wrong, they're just going to let the patient die.
Yeah, you do feel a smoothness
anyway,
difference. There's a little like bumpiness to this guy right here. I feel like the marble's a little bit cooler too.
There is a cutaneous feedback that is applied on the finger pad, like something that's a platform that compresses your skin during the interaction, and this gives you the feedback about the because what happens when we touch a real object is this. So I perceive the object because it applies a force on me, and this force is replicated by the touch diver on your finger pad, 5 finger pad and the palm too. Then, on top of it, I feel the temperature, and we are able to render 18 to 42 Celsius degrees, so hot and cold sensations. And when I start sliding on it, I feel the textures, the roughness of the material, and the same we can do with the glove.
Talk to me about compatibility with various VR devices.
Any kind of VR
Okay, well, that's a bonus. If you can use it with every type of VR out there, then it may be worth it, especially for like some of the tech ones where they're like designing stuff. I always lose the game. Everyone loses the game anytime everyone brings it up.
VR headset on the market. We are agnostic, let's say. So we are using a Meta Quest 3, but we are compatible with all the headsets on the market. And typically we are targeting business.
Well, I mean, was that from one of my YouTube videos? I can't remember if you were live for that one.
VR training, for instance, or
it's a stupid
training in general,
concept too,
for industrial scenarios,
like a social
safety training, medical training, but also marketing activations and entertainment. At the moment, the device is a business device. Since also the price is 6,000 euros for the pair of gloves, so it's something that is typically targeting business for this. But the direction is this one. The target market is the gaming, And we are also using AI tools to make this process as fast as possible.
That'll be interesting.
So this new TV
proof
proof of concept from TCL can turn any 2D video content into 3D in 8K, and it's actually good.
We use the nanometer lens on the surface of a normal LCD, and we also use the algorithm.
I mean, the fact that you can turn anything into 8K. Like, I thought it was going to be a lot lower resolution, but this is interesting.
2D contents into 3D, and you can get the 3D performance at 114 degrees. So you can move free from in front of our TV and get a suitable 3D performance.
Yeah, I would love to see the change of depth if we could do.
Well, so imagine mixing this stuff with like Neuro. Turn all of her 2D stuff into like 3D stuff. How would that work?
Can you show that? As you see the bar up.
Are they like magic? Are they creating like magic generated frames? Like, for instance, a lot of graphics cards, when they're actually like rendering stuff, they actually every like 6 frames is fake. But
top, it actually allows you to adjust the depth. There's more separation between the subject and the background. And the quality is actually really good. You see other 3D products and it's a little blurry, or there's the color offsets, and there's none of that garbage here. There is no eye tracking here. It works no matter your angle of.
Okay, well, that's good for angle. Okay, so it's basically just a TV. Would I buy it? I don't know. Probably not. But the fact that you have no eye angle issues is already better than most.
View too.
But it's gonna be like
this
$5
feels like a
grand for
big
this TV.
step forward in terms of technology.
I had one of those old TVs that had this, and it was just awful, just fucking trash. That was a fun video.